She threw the folder on the table like it was nothing. "I need the money tomorrow," she said. No hesitation, no tremor in her voice, just entitlement disguised as urgency. $750,000, her parents' debt, her mess. "And no delays," she added, eyes cold, tone clipped. I smiled, quietly. Okay. She mistook that smile for submission. She always did. 4 hours later, I was at the airport, and by the time she came home, expecting a man with money, she found a door that wouldn't open and a box waiting by the threshold. But let me start where it began. It was the way she said "we" when she meant I. We need to help my parents. They've been through enough. Her words carried guilt that wasn't hers. They carried performance. I'd seen it before. Her face soft, her tone calculated. She wasn't asking, she was testing. I watched her talk, every syllable practiced. She wasn't saving her parents, she was saving herself. That night, she slept soundly beside me. I stared at the ceiling, counting seconds, counting lies. Because 2 days before, her father had called me. He thanked me for helping with the first payment. I hadn't made any payment, so whose money had they received? The next morning, I checked the accounts. Transfers I didn't authorize, names I didn't know, and every route led to her. Her texts to D, simple, coded, efficient. "Cleared the rest today. He doesn't know. Meet at the lake house after I handle this." Handle this? Meaning me. I didn't confront her, not yet. I played my role, smiled at breakfast, kissed her forehead before work. She called me darling. I called her mine. She didn't notice the cameras I'd placed 2 weeks ago. Didn't notice the flight alert on my phone. Didn't notice the calm building behind my eyes. The evidence came quietly, like truth always does. A recorded call, a bank statement, her voice whispering about my money and their future. When I handed her the folder, she barely blinked. "What's this?" "Proof," I said. She laughed, small, nervous. "You're being paranoid again." But her face drained when she saw the screenshots, the timestamps, her own voice on the playback. "Listen to it," I said softly. "It's your favorite line." Her voice trembling from the speaker. "Once he pays, I'll disappear." She opened her mouth, closed it. The silence after that was thicker than any scream. I didn't yell, didn't move. I just watched her realize what it felt like to be seen. She thought she owned the narrative. She thought she could twist it like she always did, with tears, with excuses, with that fragile tone she wore like perfume. But when she demanded the money that night, I simply smiled again. "Okay," I said. She didn't understand the calm in my voice, didn't see the ticket already booked, didn't notice the faint echo of goodbye in my tone. When she came home the next morning, the house was quiet, no footsteps, no movement, just a single box on the floor. Inside it, her phone, the one she thought was hidden. Every message printed, every recording sealed in plastic. On top of it, a note in my handwriting. "You asked for the money. I gave you the truth instead." The sound she made when she read it wasn't human. A mixture of disbelief and realization, raw, unfiltered horror. The kind that comes when you finally meet the version of someone you built too many lies around. They said she screamed for hours. I wouldn't know. I was already thousands of feet above the ground by then. Now, sometimes I think about that box, about the way her hands must have trembled when she lifted the lid, how silence filled the space between what she wanted and what she deserved. No guilt, no pity, only closure. Because love dies quietly, but truth, it kills without noise.